Fans, welcome to this week's edition of After the Bell. I'm your host, the fan advocate, Terry Boddie. And with me this week is somebody who you, the fans, have been talking about all over social media since this past Saturday night. The man who made the biggest impact here at Ohio Valley Wrestling. He is the one and he is the only 8-time television champion, Ali Vaez. Ali, welcome to the show.
Thank you. That was one heck of an introduction, Terry. I appreciate it.
You know what, Ali? I'll be the first to admit it. I never thought that you and I would be sitting here in this scenario, given your history, given your disdain for what's been going on. But I will say this, at this past Saturday night special, Team OVW was up 3-2. You were the 6th match, taking on Flash Flanagan. All you had to do was lay down, and Josette Bynum would have total control of Ohio Valley Wrestling. The fans have been wondering, what was it that was going through your mind that made you choose OVW over laying down?
You know, Terry, there's a famous saying, and it's that sometimes it is easier to choose the wrong decision than to make the harder right decision. This is something that I struggled with for a few weeks, knowing once Danny had recruited me to his team, because obviously I have a little bit of an ego, and I knew that I would be able to set an all-time record if I won an 8th television title. And I had to weigh that against the loyalty that I had with the family. But that made me think, what is loyalty, Terry? What is loyalty? Did Josette give me an opportunity that I didn't earn on my own? Did the best team ever do anything to help me that I couldn't have done on my own? No, they didn't. Instead, they capitalized on situations, and I was there too. But what I can tell you is that today is 6 years to the day that I walked into this building for the very first time. For 6 years, I've been in this building performing in the Davis Arena. I've been on the road performing at our live events. For 6 years, I have traveled the road with the guys and the ladies of OVW. So when it came down to testing my ultimate loyalty, the decision I had to make was clear. It wasn't so much about the 8th television championship, although I'm not sorry that I'm an 8-time TV champion. But more so, Terry, it had everything to do with staying loyal to the man who gave me my first opportunity here and who has given me countless opportunities on over 250 episodes of Ohio Valley Wrestling Television. And that man is Danny Davis and the rest of the guys here in the OVW locker room.
Well, Ali, like I said, I've been here sitting in the stands for a lot of those episodes. The fans can sit there and say whatever they want about you and some of the decisions you've made and comments you may have said. But one thing the fans have always given you credit for is your ability, your technical knowledge, your wrestling in general. But now they can add your integrity and your heart. That, to me, is the test of a true man. You could have done the easy thing and you didn't. But you kind of touched on it a little bit here. But was it a very difficult decision to turn your back on the family, on Josette Bynum? Are you worried at all about what's going to happen? Now, especially with Rob Terry coming in the ring, the Welsh mountain of a man standing looking at you, 6'5", 315 pounds, 3% body fat, looking at you and going, I have a problem with you now. Do you have anything you'd like to say to that?
Rob Terry's a big guy, isn't he? And Rob Terry was just a little bit upset with me tonight, wasn't he? See, Rob was upset with me because Rob said he laid down for me a few months ago, which he did. But see, the difference between Rob Terry and myself, besides the fact that, he is jacked to the gills, I'm a little tanner. But the big the big difference between the two of us is that I have the integrity to stand up for what's right when it's needed. I'm not a simple-minded puppet. You heard me, Rob. I'm not a simple-minded puppet. I'm capable of making my own decisions. And I live life through my own moral compass. And maybe it hasn't agreed with everybody else's moral compass over the last few years. I've definitely been involved in some controversial things. But I can look you in the eyes today as a man and stand by the decision that I made this past week. And I don't care who has a problem with it. And Rob, if you want to maybe work this problem out, I invite the opportunity. No, I have no remorse for what I did to Josette. She made a lot of people's lives miserable for a long time. Yes, I was included, but I feel like I was given the opportunity to redeem myself by making that decision. I know the best team ever wouldn't have made that decision. And I know Rob Terry's too dumb to make that decision for himself. So, at the end of the day, I can look at the man in the mirror and I can be happy, knowing that I am the man of integrity and I'm the only 8-time television champion ever in this company.
Well, fans, with that, I think we're going to wrap up this edition of After the Bell. Ali, thank you so much for everything you've done, and thank you for what you did Saturday night for all the fans here at Ohio Valley Wrestling. For my guest, Ali Vaez, I'm the fan advocate, Terry Boddie, and I'll see you at the shows.